Okay, one last valve to do on this side. It is the, I don't know what it's called. There's a couple pieces: the regulator valve, throttle pressure plug, the line pressure plug, and there's an end plate that goes right here. So this one is a little different than the other ones we've looked at so far, and that is that there's this. This thing is called a sleeve, and this little guy right here is called the line pressure plug, and it fits inside here. And the way it all goes together is there's a spring, which this valve goes into, and then the sleeve sits on this pin, and this pressure plug sits right here, and then all of it sits behind an end plate right here. I think there might be only one way. This can go either way. It looks like this can probably go either way.
It seems better like the first time.
Yeah, I kind of thought so too. Here, let's stop and let's take a look. So if we put it this way, it's pretty good. What if we flip it around? I don't think it makes like a difference.
Is it the same?
So I think the most important thing is that it doesn't hang down here. All right. So once again, let's shoot a little. Oh my gosh, why is this so hard? All right, I got some in here. Seriously, this is like, it should not be this hard. Okay, gee whiz. All right, we're gonna shoot a little ATF into the bore. Just lift up, and then take these pieces apart. All right, put our finger in the good stuff. Lube that up real good. Lube this up real good. Lube this up real good. Okay, this thing is completely symmetric, so it's the same either way, so no big deal there. So we're going to take the spring, we're going to put the valve, the regulator valve, throttle pressure plug, man, say that 5 times fast, and then we put the sleeve, and then we put the plug, and then it's getting slippery. And we put that into this bore right here. And we'll allow gravity to be our friend for right now. We're going to grab 2 screws, and we're going to press this down. Being careful not to force it. I don't like where that's going. I'm making sure how this thing fits, because I didn't like how that went in there. So this valve should go in, it should seat when the spring is compressed all the way down in this hole. So I put the spring in, and I put that in, and then I put this on top of it. And I need that valve to seat and go through the hole, because if I don't get it to go, there we go. If I don't get it to go in the hole, then the bottom of that valve, if it bottoms out against the bottom of this valve bore, then this won't go in all the way. That would be a problem. So, put that in place. Screw. So this whole valve body looks really complicated because it's got all these maze-looking channels and things like that nobody knows what they actually do. I'm sure somebody does. Most people don't. I sure don't. And it's got all these valves, and it sounds really complicated. But the truth is, it is actually not all that complicated. I've never looked at a valve body before, so I took this one apart. And aside from the fact that I have taken this one apart and put it back together a couple times, it is an extremely straightforward process. This is not something you should be intimidated by. Alright, so the last piece of the puzzle is this end plate, which goes on one way, just like that. Alright, we get a couple more screws. There's my screw bag. I had all my pieces organized by what area they went into. I did put all the screws together in one section because they were all the same. This takes 6 screws. You don't need a super close-up on this one. Put those in. And of course, this section mounts to the other. There's a transfer plate and then a whole other section of the valve body. The valve section's got all the check balls and things like that. But there's no more valves on this side. There are valves on this side, so we'll do those next. This is where the shift selector goes, and there's this is the manual valve. A couple other valves that I don't know what they do. We'll put those together next. All right.